You are here on purpose with a purpose by design. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. I am here with some amazing, powerful women. You can see I'm here with the Princess of Utah. And also with Lady Nicole, who is, like Lady Nicole, you deserve like a shout out, like some serious screams and yells, everybody. Because she helps us go live. Like 30 seconds ago, we're like, what do we do? And Nicole's like, I gotcha. So why are we here? We're here to celebrate the Princess of Utah and something amazing that is coming up. And I dressed up in white for this special time we have together. So, Coach Kat, why are we here and why am I in white?
Well, you are in white because we have an elegant and expressive evening on Friday, February 24th, where we are inviting all women to come to our event wearing all white, whether it's casual, whether it's elegant, fancy, it's all up to you. But we just want you to come and just be expressive, but we want it to be a peaceful, pure evening, and it's just going to be so much fun. So much fun. So
it is going to be amazing. So tell everybody how this came to be. So the little bit of backstory that I'm going to share was you were at the Fa La La event in Las Vegas, and that was amazing. And I made the statement that I really would love to be involved in helping to help create some more women's events throughout this lovely nation of ours. And you jumped up and you were like, let's do it. And so here we are, we're doing it. So talk to us about this. Tell us about what's on your heart and what we're going to do and where it's going to be at. I'm assuming in Utah, since you're the Princess of Utah.
I am. So there's a backstory to that too, which is hilarious. But yes, it is in Utah. I live, so if you fly in, you would just fly into the Salt Lake airport, and it's in Murray, which is 15 minutes from the airport. So it's really convenient as well. But yes, it is in Utah. And the reason that I chose to do it is it's been on my heart to do live events for a while. And then last minute, I went to your event, and really it wasn't even planned. I wasn't planning on going. And you're like, you need to get out of the house, which I did. Absolutely, I did. And so I did. And then you had mentioned that you want to start helping people do their live events. And so I was like, who better to help me do a live event than, Miss Pamela. So I jumped on bandwagon, and I'm kind of competitive, so I'm all about being first. So I was like, woohoo! But yeah, so that is exactly what happened. I jumped on the bandwagon. I know that between you and Nicole and the support you both give other people and me, that this event is going to be amazing.
It is going to be so amazing. Tell us about the theme, because obviously here I'm wearing white, and we know it's the month of February, so the month of love. So what is your heartbeat for this? Why should people come, and why are you doing it?
Well, I am going to tell you that. And so the reason it's called Fall in Love with Yourself Again, and it's meant for women. But if you're a man and you want to come to the event, you are so welcome to come. Just know that it was really meant for women. And it is in February. And the reason behind the whole concept of the event is I'm listening, I'm watching, all of it. There's so much hurt in the world. And I just want to know, I want people, specifically women, to know that they're loved. And so I want to invite them to an event where they don't have to worry about anything, and we can just love on them and tell them how beautiful they are, because, we don't hear it enough, or tell them that they're loved, or tell them how much that they're appreciated. Because I know in my life, I don't necessarily, sometimes the words you hear them, but
Yeah.
they don't necessarily get to your core. And I really want people just to get to their core, get to their heart, and know how much they are loved.
You are the perfect person to help us experience that. And I know that firsthand because as I walked through different things in my life, you've always been there for me, Kathy, and you've pointed me back to center and reminded me to take care of me. And you're so right. As women, especially, I mean, I can't speak for all the guys out there, but I can speak for women. We don't always take the care of ourselves that we should. We don't always take time to literally love on ourselves. When was the last time that you sat down and you were like, hey, self, thank you for like still being alive? Thank you for enduring all the difficult things that I foolishly put you through. And just decided to be a blessing to myself. And we need to do more of that. And Kathy, when we were all in Vegas, for Fa La La, I came down a couple of days early, which I originally thought was just because I could get the flights less expensive. But you know what? I decompressed
Yes.
when I was there. And by the time the event started, I was so pumped and ready to run. And I realized in that moment, even though I am a person that's always shouting about self care and self love, that I wasn't doing it the way that I was telling others to do it, that it took me a couple of days to just unwind. And it was fabulous. It was fabulous to just be and to eat what I wanted to eat, to love on myself, and just to experience that. And to have an event where that is the theme, is fall in love with you. What a dream to be able to have that experience. So, this retreat, this event, this advance, this getaway, whatever you want to call it, is unique because you're not coming to do anything.
Right.
You're coming to be and to
Yeah.
just be loved on. And that is so, so important and so valid. So I just wanted to validate you, Kathy, to everybody that this woman, this is what makes her drive and thrive, is to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So no better person to come to a love retreat, to come and fall in love with you in the month of February, and to just be showered upon with blessings and love than Kathy. Coach Kat is the one to do it. You
Thank
are amazing.
you.
And I want to applaud you for just jumping up and saying, like, yes, let's do it. Because that's a big deal. And I know that because you have that spirit about you to just go, that it's going to draw people from all over that are going to be excited to come to this event. So it's going to be amazing. Nicole, I want to ask you a question because you've done different events with me throughout the years.
Thank you.
What are you thinking about this falling in love with yourself event? What's kind of going through your heart?
I love the idea. Like you said, we went to Vegas early, and I had another reason to go early. I had a special day with my sister, but it was nice to be there and just not have anything to do for a day or two, because the event was us. We were doing the event, so the event itself was work for us, even
Yeah.
though it was a blast. But we had a couple of days, like you said, to decompress and just not have a schedule, which was fantastic. And I've tried to find times to do that myself. But Kathy, you're so right. The fact that it's a hurting world, and as women, we take care of everybody else.
Yep.
We make sure our kids are loved. We make sure they're cared for. We make sure they have what they need, or our grandbabies, or, our families as a whole. And a lot of times that is over and above ourselves.
Yeah.
As long as they're happy, that sometimes has to be enough. And so I love the idea of, just coming and providing a space for people just to take that moment and turn the focus on themselves for a change and telling them that that's okay. It's okay to do that, and maybe giving them some skills to do that when they get home. And I think that, and I know that that's what your heart is for this, because we've gotten to talk about this. And so I just love that that's your heart for it, and that you truly want people to come out of this event with that, and to not just have those couple days where they focus on themselves, but that they can take the skills and what they've learned and what they've felt and take that home and actually be able to do that once they get home. And I think that would be great.
I love that. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, they'll fall in love with themselves and be able to stay there, right?
Absolutely.
So, Kathy, what are the women going to, we've said they're going to fall in love with themselves, right? Or we're going to help them along the way with that. What are they going to experience? What's going to happen at this incredible women's event?
Well, I'm going to get to that in 1 second, but I also want to just say that the reason that this is so heavy on my heart is because I've had those ups and downs. And I mean, I've been through breast cancer. I've been through divorce. I've been through a lot of trauma in my life, and I've worked through it. I'm not saying I'm perfect right now, but I'm going from like down here to like up here. I've learned a lot of tools, and I want to be able to share those tools with people, because I believe that we lift each other up as we climb, and everybody needs to know tools as far as if they're in a down day. One of the simplest things ever, if you look up, and you can't be sad. That's like so crazy. I learned it like a couple years ago, and I was like, really? And so I do it like if I'm in a down day. But if somebody, I want to be able to help people with the tools that I've learned, with the tools that you have, and be able to go, and maybe they're in a stark place right now. And if we can just help one person, then it's worth it. Because, that means that person and their family is getting healed.
Yes.
And that's my whole goal.
Yes. You are not just the Princess of Utah, you are the love guru.
I've never been called that before, but thank you.
Love guru, that's Kathy. Okay, love guru, give us the kind of the eagle eye view here. What does this event contain?
So Friday night is going to be our white event, our like white gala. So everybody that comes, make sure you're wearing white. And so this is going to be more of a fun, carefree evening where we're going to enjoy like some hors d'oeuvres, and we're also going to listen to Nicole sing, and and then it's just gonna be carefree on Friday night. We'll be listening some awesome music, and dancing if your heart feels it, because I believe dancing is just so good for your soul.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, we're going to go through some transformational exercises. And Friday night, we'll do some meditations as well. And then Saturday, we'll be doing transformational exercises and also listening to some really, really high profile keynote and mini keynote speakers. I'm so excited that they've all said yes. I'm just super grateful to them, and they're for this being my first event and for them to say yes, I'm like, oh, thank you. So,
right. That's yeah. And how many speakers do you have? Not including yourself.
Well, you will be speaking. So right now, I'm actually going to read this right now. And so we have Jocelyn, who I met her, I won't go into that, but I've known her for about 10, 12 years. And she's actually been on the Best Places to Work and the Inc. 500 twice. So she teaches women how to be financially fearless with their money.
Mm.
And she's built two businesses, one earning 9 figures and one earning 8 figures. And so she knows what she's talking about. And then for us TIR people, Kristen is speaking. So I'm so excited. Yeah. And Kristen has been one of my accountability partners from the get-go. And I just love her. And Kristen is a trauma coach. And so if you know Kristen's background, she's gone through some trauma and she's come out shining on the other side. And she's got an amazing story. She's an author as well. And then the next person that I have is Connie Zeller, and she is actually the CEO and founder of Salty Bee Events. And so she actually helps your events go smoothly, so you don't have to think about anything. And I'm so excited. Yeah, I met her just honestly in December, and she wanted to be, and we just kind of clicked. And so she's a lot of fun.
Nice.
You can tell by her picture because she's just like a cute little picture there. And then the next one that's going to be speaking is Corey. She is she's a health coach, and she's got an interesting story. I just heard more about it last week when we went up to Park City, Utah. And if you don't know where Park City, Utah is, we might be going there on Sunday for a fun day. I'm not quite sure yet, but Park City is also where they do the Sundance Film Festival. And if you've heard of Sundance Film Festival, that's where it's at.
Nice.
So, yeah, so Corey is a health coach. And then Miss Sasha, I'm super grateful for her. She is an amazing photographer, and she's going to be speaking as well and taking pictures of the event. And so she is, and she loves to do event photography. She's worked with some high profile people as well. So awesome. So that's what I got so far.
You got some really heavy hitters, some people that are going to come in and they're going to make they're going to bring massive impact for those that are there. You're going to leave changed, gals, ladies that are watching. You are going to come and leave changed. There's no reason to say no. You need it. You need to get away, but you need to go and receive and be in a place where you can just literally let your hair down, so to say, and just be real, be vulnerable, but be empowered and be lifted up and get all these amazing tools. I mean, this is such value. So Kathy, where do they sign up? How do they register?
I will let them know in 1 second, but you said something that is key. And this is one of the things that I know for me is it was hard for me to receive. I would deflect the receiving part of it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us as women, we do that. And, because, somebody else needs it. It's not okay. It's not for me or whatever. We deflect the receiving part. Yeah. And one of the things I learned about that is if you reject someone wanting to give you something, if you're not receiving it, you're actually making it so they can't give you. And so you're actually putting a barrier between what they want to do and they're not receiving. Yeah. And so that's one of the things that I do want to teach people is it's okay to receive, whether that's money, whether that's gifts, whether that's love, whether that's a hug. And it's okay. And so I wanted to just follow up on what you said right there.
No, that's huge. And you're teaching us right now about receiving, even right now. And there's women out there that are going, oh, I'd really like to, but okay, like, I don't know. That means I have to, my kids, my family. Listen, ladies, it'll all line up for you. You just need to make the decision. Just make the decision to invest in yourself, and all the rest of it will absolutely come into manifestation for you. It's your time. It's 2023. Let's continue to kick off this year, not just with power, but with self-love, and make ourselves, by investing into ourselves, ready to go back and go after with gusto what is out there for the rest of the year. There's no better way to start a year than to do an event just like Coach Kat here is offering to you, and already beginning to teach the importance of receiving. Because you're right, Kat, people don't, especially, I don't want to just always say especially women, but seriously, ladies that are listening, or even the men that are listening, how many women do you know that walk around looking burnt out, or they're faking it, that they're not, but they really are. In fact, gentlemen, I just feel prompted to say this. Somebody out there, a woman out there that needs to be at this event. Why don't you send her? Why don't you send her? And if you don't want her to know that you're doing that, just contact Kathy or contact one of us, and we can do it. And they don't even need to know that it came from you. But there's somebody in your life that you could send, and all the information about all of that is in the information, the jot form, the information that's attached to this live, so you can have all the information that you need. But it's time to move right now. February is around the corner. Let's begin to receive and invest in ourselves today. You're going to be so glad you did. Back to you, Kathy.
Woo-woo! Yeah, well, of course, that's what I think, that, guys, if your wife needs a weekend, a day away from the house, the kids, like, send them. And I really believe that they will come back a changed person because of all the things that we're providing for them.
Right.
And we both have the experience. We've had ups and downs in our lives that we get to learn, and we get to teach.
Right.
And so there is a jot form that Nicole, Miss Lovely Nicole, has attached or is going to attach to the.
It is in the chat.
And so you can register there. And it is in Murray, Utah, like I said. And then also on Sunday, we're having an optional fun day. And because I'm all about having fun. So, I haven't quite decided what that fun day looks like yet, but it might be some hot springs. So bring your swimsuit just in case. Don't wear it to the event on Saturday.
Hey, could we wear it on Friday for the white? I'm kidding.
I'm sure somebody would. So if you feel comfortable, but yeah. So Nicole's like, please don't.
I love this, and we are going to have such an amazing time. And Kathy, you and I are going to continue to go live with this so that everybody will know what's up and coming. Kathy's going to be in communication with those of you. Once you register, you're going to be hearing from her through emails and other ways. We'll be in constant contact. Well, not constant, not annoying contact, but we'll be in contact so you know what's going on. And you're going to be so blessed. So sign up now. Don't wait. Go ahead and take the plunge. It's going to be so worth it. Kathy, is there anything else at this point that you want to make sure that you mention before we end the live?
I agree. Take the plunge and fall in love with yourself. We loved each other. We loved ourselves when we were little kids, and then life happened, and we fell out of love with ourselves. And my aim and my goal is to be able to make it easy for you to love yourself again.
There you go.
I love that. All right, you heard it from the coach. It's time to fall in love with yourself again. So reach out. You can direct message any of us. If you have questions, just fill out the jot form and let's go. And I want to, burst into the Whitney Houston song now, but I won't. I won't burst into song. But it's time to love on you. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and we'll talk, or day, depending upon when you see this. But we love you. Take care.
Bye.